Oh my gosh. Y'all can tell I'm not even at the house right now. Bro, OKC put BTA, bro. 51. Smack my. And Shea wasn't even playing good, bro. Shea wasn't even playing good. He was breaking threes, bro. He could have built the whole brick house tonight with that performance. And we smacked them 51, by 51, bro. For context, that's the 4th greatest blowout in NBA playoff history, bro. 51. Mind you, this is the same team that blew us out in 2021. And we doing this to them in the playoffs. Oh my. It's a good that'll be an OKC fan, bro. A good that'll be an OKC fan. I ain't gonna say too much. The series ain't over. Job ain't finished. It feel good, bro. It feel good. But man, bro, that's tough. OKC just got the dub tonight. 20 ball. They didn't lose by 50. It didn't get worse, but they did still get blown out. I'm not going to cap. Now, one thing I want to talk about, though. I am a little bit concerned about the second round, though. I know we stood in the first round, but I'm concerned about the second round. With Shea shooting the way he's shooting. 10 for 29. I'm going to tell you what the main problem is. If y'all seen the game, first thing first, Shea is chunking up shots. It looked like bro not even trying. I genuinely don't think Shea is taking this series seriously. Like everybody else on the team is obviously hustling, but Shea, it does not feel like Shea is taking this series seriously. That's what it feels like. He's just throwing up threes. That's not what he's known for. He has the most jobs in the paint. This man chunking up threes, three, missing, breaking. At one point, he literally airballed a wide open three. What the freak, Shea? What the freak? But I'm going to let it slide, though. Because at the end of the day, even though you did go 10 for 29, terrible. You still got 27, so I can't complain too much. I mean, it would have been worse if you had 15 or 10 and you had 29 shots. That would have been 10 times worse. But 33% from the field, horrible. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That is boo-boo. But I'm gonna let it slide, though. Because it's the first round. And I don't even think bro taking this series seriously. Shout out to Alex Caruso, by the way. That boy Alex Caruso was playing some crazy defense, hitting them open shots. Hustle was on point. I know people ain't gonna mention him, but Alex Caruso was really, in my opinion, the best player on that court. And better than Shea, for sure, and better than J-Dub. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he was amazing on both ends of the floor. Like, come on now. Like, let's be serious for a second. The Clippers. Oh, okay. Clipper, Flipper. Oh, they see I'm a dog, like my name is Kipper. No. OKC in 3. You're cooked. OKC Thunder beat the Grizzlies last night. I watched it live, bro. It's a whole lot that happened last night. First thing first, Ja Morant, I hope you able to get a quick recovery because, watching that live was crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I was crashing out because we was down by 30. And then Ja Morant gets injured. I'm like, I stopped crashing out. I stopped what I was doing. I felt bad, bro. I ain't gonna cap. This man got injured. He landed face first on the ground. His back went in, cracked. Looked like it cracked like a Mortal Kombat X-ray. I ain't gonna cap. That was hard to watch, if I'm being honest. This whole game was hard to watch. OKC was playing like poo. Well, besides Shea, he played the best game this game that he did the whole series. Jalen Williams obviously played great. Chet played horrible in the first half, but he made up for it in the second half. Alex Caruso was clutch. Very clutch. He was the best player yet again, in my opinion, bro. When it mattered the most, he was the best player. And Dort, trash, bro. Trash. I know people are gonna say that Lou Dort's the reason why Ja got hurt too. But honestly, he did a lot of trash can moves last night, but he's not the reason Ja got hurt. We all know Ja Morant tried to jump over everybody, bro. And he happened to try to jump over him as Lou Dort was slipping. Come on. Like, we can't even put this on Lou Dort. You can't put this on Lil Durk. That's on Ja Morant. He tried to jump over him. A normal person would just dunk on somebody. This man tried to jump over him. What? Like, why does he do this? Why does he do this? Like I said though, I don't wish no injuries on nobody. I hate to see that happen mid-game. And honestly, fans have been trying to say that the reason why they lost is because Ja Morant, which it could be true and all. But in my opinion, the way that was planned, even after Ja got hurt, is no way they should have lost that game even after. If I'm being honest, because they was still balling after. I'ma just be real, bro. The Grizzlies just sold. The Grizzlies genuinely just choked. And OKC was choking too. Well, Lil Durk was choking. But the Grizzlies just choked harder, bro. I'ma just be real. The Grizzlies just choked harder. First thing first, OKC swept the Grizzlies. I knew they was going to win this series in 3. The moment they destroyed them by 51. And then came back. The one game they was supposed to win, they was up 29 and we somehow came back and won that. I knew it was over. I knew it was over, bro. I knew the series was over after the 51-point game, but every game is just like we win it the way it shouldn't be going like that. See what I'm saying? The Detroit Pistons. I watched Detroit Pistons and the Knicks. I ain't gonna lie. I was rooting for the Pistons because that was the worst team last year. That was the worst team in the NBA. So I was hoping they would actually beat the Knicks. I ain't gonna lie. And I don't dislike the Knicks. I'm just saying, like, I was rooting for the underdog. But K did his thing. He balled out. Just wasn't enough. He wasn't clutch enough. But I expect this. Because at the end of the day, this is the first playoff series they ever been to. So they ain't got no playoff experience. Knicks been in that position before. So I expect this to happen. But next year, if they don't come back 3-1, which I don't think they are, then they'll be stronger. You feel what I'm saying? And maybe next year, if they match up again, the Pistons have a better chance. Now, I just got done watching the Timberwolves versus the Lakers. That game right there, I ain't gonna cap. I really thought Lakers, I didn't think I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. I know everybody over here saying Lakers in 5. Anyone with a brain knew that was not gonna happen. Okay? Lakers in 5 was not gonna happen. I thought the Lakers were gonna win in 6. And if they managed to lose the 6th game, then the Timberwolves are gonna win in 7. That's what I thought. But it looked like it ain't going to 6 or 7 for that matter. It looked like it might end in 5 with the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves might win in 5 after all that talk the whole year. Lakers in 5, the whole meme, everybody's saying it. Lakers in 5. You know what I'm saying? OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5. That's what y'all saying? But y'all losing right now to the Timberwolves. Y'all was up the whole game, bro. Y'all was up the whole game. And y'all can't say that it was anybody's fault besides LeBron's fault. I'm not gonna lie. Not only was he flopping, now he had that one clutch block. I'll give it to him. That was nice. That was tough. He didn't score not 1 point in the 4th quarter. You can't say it was nobody's fault besides LeBron. Luka, he balled out. He showed up in the 4th quarter. He had 38. 38. What else does Luka have to do to win the game? They was up the whole time. The whole time. And they lost? I really thought the Lakers were going to go to the conference finals. But it's looking like y'all might not even make it past the first round. After saying y'all was going to the finals the whole year. That's tough. 8 seed, bro. Giannis out the first round 3 years in a row. And this time it was actually healthy. It was Damian Lillard that was injured. Gary Trent Jr., bro. You balled out. I'm not gonna cap. You balled out. You was very inconsistent, though. One game you was balling, next minute you was trash. I ain't gonna cap. You like this series, you was more inconsistent than a on and off relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy, bro. But I give it to you. You did still have 37. You had 5 steals. You only had 1 play in the play. It was the choke. It was the worst play of the game. You should have just held the ball. I mean, it slipped through your hands. It slipped through your hands. You should have caught it with your chest or something. But you sold the game. I'm not gonna cap. You did sell the game. But I'm not even mad at you for real. I'm not even mad because you still did ball out. You still balled out. You and Giannis ball out every time pretty much. But other than that, the fact the Bucks went out in 5 is embarrassing, bro. It's genuinely embarrassing. Like, I had a feeling the Pacers would win. I just had a feeling. But going out in 5 is crazy, bro. Gentleman sweep. That's tough. Lakers. Where do I begin, bro? First of all, how the freak y'all let Rudy Gobert get 27 points and 24 rebounds? What the freak? Are we being serious? Now, in my opinion, Rudy Gobert, a lot of people hate him or, you know what I'm saying, say that he's overrated. In my opinion, I would say Rudy Gobert is definitely underrated, underappreciated. I'm not gonna cap. But y'all managed to lose this game where Ant was playing terrible. He was playing terrible this game. This the only game he played terrible this entire series, if I'm being 100. He had 15 points, terrible efficiency, missing layups. Y'all had Ant missing layups, you know what I'm saying, missing threes. They literally missed 18 threes in a row, bro. Rudy Gobert scored 27 points and got 24. Bro, Lakers. I ain't gonna lie. Lakers. JJ Redick. Why you ain't playing your center? Why you ain't playing Jackson Hayes? They bullying y'all in the paint, bro. Rudy Gobert out there looking like Prom Shaq. What the freak? Like, are we being serious? Like, I ain't gonna lie. In my opinion, I felt like Minnesota could win this series just because of the fact that they ain't gonna play their center. Yeah, y'all can play, y'all got a center, but y'all got Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes is really nice. Y'all just ain't give him no real chance, bro. Y'all ain't give him no chance to develop on y'all team. Jackson Hayes is actually very underrated. He got 0 minutes, bro. At this point, you should at least gave him a shot, a little something. Y'all over here scrambling, scraping, hoping to get something from Rudy Gobert, bro. Rudy Gobert got 24 boards on y'all. And I understand he's 7'4", but that shouldn't happen, bro. Not the way he was getting, not the way he was scoring, bro. He was bullying y'all, bro. Genuinely bullying. Gentlemen swept. Y'all 4-1, bro. Y'all lost in 5. After all that, Lakers in 5. Y'all was talking the most trash all year. Lakers in 5. Well, y'all lost in 5. Y'all was right. Lakers was in 5. Y'all lost in 5. That's tough. Bro, I can't believe we just lost this game like this, bro. It's no way, bro. It's no way we lost game 1 like this. I know it's just game 1, but it's no way we just lost like this, bro. The choke was so hard to watch, bro. This was so Jokic, you balled. I ain't gonna cap. Jokic balled out. He had 40 and 20. I ain't gonna cap. He went crazy. He did everything out there. He was the coach. He was the player. He did everything. Shea balled out too. He did his thing too. Alex Caruso, in my opinion, he was the best player on our court. I keep saying this, bro. He was best offensively and defensively. He had 6, 7 steals, bro. And shit, bro. Look. He'll be back. Chubb will be back, but missing 2 free throws in a row. We just needed you to make 1. That's all we needed. We just needed 1. You missed both. And then we got a game winner from Aaron Gordon, bro. Now, don't get me wrong. Aaron Gordon is a great player. But I guarantee you, bro, this type of thing wouldn't have happened if Chet would have made 1 of those free throws. Just 1. 1. I'm thinking we good, bro. I'm thinking the whole time we good with the free throws. It don't matter if Shea got the free throws or not. I'm thinking we good because Shea is a shooter. He a shooter. He'll be back. I'm not gonna crash out tonight. I almost want to, but I'm not gonna crash out tonight. Bro, this gotta be one of the most disgustingly sick ways I've ever seen a playoff series start, bro. Pacers are up 2-0 against the Cavs. What the? Hold on. Wait. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. Pacers are proving themselves to be a threat, obviously. I was not going into this thing the Pacers were going to be that good. Obviously, I was wrong. Obviously. Either that or the Cavs just not like that. Which I think it's just the Pacers are like that. I don't think it had anything to do with the Cavs. Plus, they are injured. But that ain't the point. Pacers up 2-0. OKC chokes game 1. We'll be back. I ain't tripping on that one right there for too much longer. The Knicks beat the Celtics on game 1. And now Anthony Edwards 1 point? 0 for 9? We got Draymond Green with 16 points, bruh. What reality is this? Am I living in a matrix, bruh? There's no way that this is real, bruh. This can't be reality. Or Draymond Green is a better player than Anthony Edwards on a court. There's no way that's actual reality. That's a thing. You're right? It's no way that Anthony Edwards is 0 for 9 from field. 1 point free throw. I mean, you got some boards, but where the points at? You a scorer. You're one of the best scorers in the league, let alone the best scorer on the team. What are you doing? God, man. I'm thinking the Cavaliers being 0-2 to the Pacers is bad. But I'm giving the Cavaliers a little bit of slack because they are injured and the Pacers are like that. I'm not even saying the Knicks aren't like that because the Knicks been like that. I ain't gonna cap. But it's the fact, this is the defending champion. That they just won the championship last year. The same roster. Jason Tatum is playing doo-doo. Not poo-poo. Not even boo-boo. They're playing doo-doo. What is that? Tatum? I'm not going to call you Tay-Bum, which is everybody else calling you. But Tatum, what is this? This is unacceptable right here, bruh. You supposed to be the best player. People been trying to force this narrative that Jason Tatum is the best player in the league for real. He the face of the league. People trying to force the fact that he should be in MVP talks. Top 3 in the league. And this is what he does. On a must-win game. You cannot lose game. And think about it. These are home games. Y'all supposed to have home court advantage too. Y'all supposed to be winning these games. At least one of them. You lost both of them. And y'all had 20-point leads. Trash. Embarrassing, bro. That's all I gotta say, bro. That's all I gotta say. Embarrassing. As a person who rock with the Celtics and rock with Tatum, terrible. Trash. Embarrassing. I don't even know what else to say. That's all I got to say. OKC. Another win. Another blowout. 43 points. What the frick? We did that to the Nuggets? I ain't gonna cap. Now look, I watched the whole game live. I couldn't miss this one, bro. I couldn't miss this one. Seeing that live was a crazy shift. I think Shea really wanted his revenge so bad. He took everything everybody was saying after game 1 personal, bro. He was really taking it so personal. They stopped Jokic from dropping his normal numbers for one. That's number one. Fouled him out the game by the 3rd quarter. Not to mention Shea averaged or did a normal casual 30 points. But not only did he do 30 points casually, he did it on amazing efficiency. He only missed 2 shots. He missed no free throws. He made all the shots besides 2. His efficiency wasn't crazy good. This the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander I like to watch, like to witness. This man was not missing at all. Caruso didn't even have to go crazy this game. The bench players came in the 4th quarter. We didn't even have to play our starters after the 3rd quarter, bro. We had 120 points. We broke the record, bro. We broke Golden State Warriors record. 2017, the most points in a half, 87 points in the half. We really cooked the Nuggets. Now, a lot of y'all Nuggets fans, I'm not gonna cook y'all too much, cause some of y'all was being disrespectful, talking crazy. But I still rock with y'all, just for the simple fact, y'all know who my GOAT is at the end of the day, Russell Westbrook. And he was balling out. He was doing his thing. I ain't gonna cap. The aggression was there. I love to see that. I love to see that energy from Russ. Y'all know this. But I'm sorry, Russ. We have to pack y'all up just for the one time. We had to. I'm sorry. OKC just lost to the Denver Nuggets. And if I'm being quite frank, I'm not even mad about the fact we lost this game. I mean, it was a great game from first quarter all the way to the fourth quarter. But then the overtime was trash. What is that? How do we let a cold Jokic, who was playing terrible, and I mean terrible, he went 8 for 25. He missed every three he took. He missed every, bro, he went 0 for 12, 0 for 11 from 3, bro. He literally missed everything. How do you let a cold Jokic score more than you in the whole overtime, bro? You scored 2 points. Bro, man. That was the most hard game to watch, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Just because of that overtime, that was so hard to watch. Genuinely, bro. J-Dub, you proved why you were all-star. You just proved it, honestly. You had 32. You know what I'm saying? You had amazing efficiency, bro. You did your thing, bro. You went crazy. You was the only real consistent player on OKC tonight. Because I thought Chet and Hardenstein was very consistent in the first half, but they disappeared, bro. They played like trash, especially Isaiah Hardenstein, our center, bro. What was that, bro? You took the most shots. You had layup range. How do you miss 5, 6 shots layup range, bro? And then the fact we lost, we're blowing layups, bro. We're blowing layups. Like what? Like what? Bro, Shea, you didn't play great. Jamal Murray, you played amazing. You had 27 points. I expect this from Jamal Murray, if I'm being real. Michael Porter Jr., like, how the freak does he do this, bro? How the freak he playing bad the whole time while he healthy? Then he get injured. He dropped 21. You can't make this up, bro. You really just can't make this up. Aaron Gordon made another clutch 3. I'm not gonna cap. I'm giving him props because Aaron Gordon has always been like that, in my opinion. It's just the fact that, like, OKC played so terrible. And don't get me started on Russell Westbrook. Russell GOAT, West Splash, whatever you want to call him, my twin. He went crazy. The steals, the defense was on point. You know, I never would have thought in my life I would be rooting for him to miss, for him to play bad defense. You know, usually I'm the one that's rooting for him. But because I'm a bigger OKC fan than a Russell Westbrook fan, I wanted my team to win so bad. I did. But I ain't gonna cap. I'm proud of us. But I'm mad at the fact we lost this game still, though. Trash. I gotta hear y'all talk all this trash. But look at this man Shea right now, bro. Either 2 things are happening with this picture. Either 2 things. And I'm concerned. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I'm gonna stack 720 with y'all. Either that means we going to Cancun, and he's happy about going to Cancun. He's very excited for his trip to Cancun. Or this man finna drop 40 next game, bro. There's no in-betweens, bro. It's literally no in-betweens. We're either going to Cancun or he's dropping 40. The Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Golden State Warriors. Game 3. I ain't even bother talking about game 2 because that was boring, bro. I'm gonna just be real with y'all, bro. $150, bro. Keep it a buck. It was boring. Now game 3, first half was boring too. But it was Kuminga and Julius Randle really going crazy the most. You know what I'm saying? The role players doing their thing too. Ant player absolutely garbage in that first half. Jimmy Butler was doing okay. He was doing pretty decent. But he really didn't activate to the second half. Same thing with Ant. Ant exploded, bro. He went crazy. He had most his points from that second half. I don't know what it is, but Ant in that second half, once the third quarter start, he really just be turning up. I don't know what really be like getting him going, like what motivates him like that to go off like this. But I love to see it, bro. That's the Ant I love to watch. He went crazy. He had like what, 36 points, bro? Jimmy Butler had 33 as well, the best game of this series, but it still wasn't enough. And the second best player, Ben Kuminga, tonight, he had 30 off the bench, and they still lost. And I'm going to blame this completely on the simple fact that Draymond Green and Kevon Looney fouled out. 4 minutes on the clock. It's a close game. 4 minutes on the clock. They both foul out. That's the reason the Wolves won. Not because the Wolves played crazy good, which Ant did play crazy good. And, what's it called? Julius Randle played very good too. Consistently good too. He had 24 points. Triple-double to be exact. So they played good. Don't get it twisted. It's just that this game would have been way closer, or the Warriors probably would have won this game if Draymond Green didn't foul out the game. And Kevon Looney, which surprisingly, I'm surprised Kevon Looney had enough minutes to even play and foul out. But that's a good sign in the right direction, that he's going to get more minutes, because he needs the minutes. Y'all see how sweet it was looking after he got off the court? It was looking too sweet for the Timberwolves. Now the Celtics, y'all got y'all a win too. And I expected this. Y'all should be down. Y'all should never been down 0-2 in the begin with, bro. Y'all should be up 3-0, if I'm just being real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, y'all are the Celtics, so y'all can make this comeback. I believe in it. And honestly, I stand on what I said in the last time. Tatum's still yet to have a crazy good game. Like, it was his best game tonight. But he's yet to have a good game, like an actual Jason Tatum game, bro. He's yet to have that game. You know what I'm saying? So, that's concerning. But the fact that they blew him out by 20 is still crazy. That's what y'all should be doing. So don't get it twisted. Y'all supposed to be winning against the Knicks. Y'all are the Celtics. Y'all are the defending champions. OKC beats the Denver Nuggets game 4. This series going to 7, bro. Now, this game wasn't a pretty game, by the way, on both ends of the court, especially that first half. Terrible. Trash. I don't even want to say it was doo-doo, poo-poo, or boo-boo. That was just straight up feces, bro. That's tough. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. Everybody was breaking on the court. Where do I start? First off, Dort. I'm tired of seeing Dort chuck up threes, bro. Like, your defense is amazing, bro. Don't get it twisted. I love the defense on our team. It's definitely doing some big stuff with defense. But I'm tired of seeing you chunk up threes, bro. You obviously missing them every game, bro. You had one game where you hit your threes. Why do you take nothing but threes? I don't think I've seen you took any shot besides threes this game. You went 2 for 10, bro. 2 for 10. Outrageous. J-Dub, I just got done glazing you last game, and you go here and shoot heartbreaks on the day before Valentine's Day? That's tough. And what I mean by that, if y'all don't understand, if y'all not smart enough to really catch on, he went 2 for 13. Trash, bro. But I'm going to let it slide, though, because in the fourth quarter, you showed up. You hit your free throws back-to-back, made it a 5-point game, and you hit a big layup. If you didn't hit that layup, we probably would have lost this game, if I'm being real. You hit a big hit. You hit a big shot. And Aaron Gordon hit a big 3 as well. And this is why I say J-Dub, with that one layup, that shifted the whole game. Because if you would have missed that layup, we would have probably lost this game. I'm not going to lie to y'all, bro. Shea played better. He could play better. Wasn't a pretty 25, but it was better than last game for sure. He's the only person that was reliable on the court today. I ain't going to cap to you from the OKC. For real. Other than Caruso. Caruso, back in action, back to making clutch plays again. Jokic, honestly, he had 27. Wasn't a pretty 27. He went 7 for 22. That is garbage. His three-point percentage wasn't great, but it'll get the job done. He did his thing. He held his end of the bargain. Now, Michael Porter Jr., what I say last game? I told y'all that is outrageous. This is what he does in this game, by the way. I'm not saying he's not going to pick things back up. I expect him to. But how do you go and shoot 21 points, 15 in the first quarter on game 3, to come back in the next game and score what, 4 points? Terrible, bro. Terrible. Denver, yeah, y'all lost this game, but this series is going to 7. I thought, honestly, at first, it was going to 6, OKC winning, but now I see this going to 7. I'm not gonna lie, I see it going to 7, and I'm hoping OKC wins still, obviously. OKC on top, that's how I feel. But if the Denver Nuggets win, then I won't be too mad, because at least we lost to Russell Westbrook, the GOAT himself. What this game specifically shows to me is that in crunch time, if it's a close game, OKC can still beat Denver. Even though it's an odd showing that when we win, it's by 20 plus. But if we close, we 9 times out of 10 lost that game to Denver. You know what I'm saying? This game proves that we are capable. Not saying that we're going to win the next games. I'm just saying that we are actually capable of winning games that are close against Denver. That's what this proves, honestly. That's all this game proves to me. OKC beats the Denver Nuggets. Game 5. I'm going to keep it a stack with y'all. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep it a rack 12 with y'all. I thought we was cooked. The way Jokic hooped, the way he balled out tonight, I thought we was cooked. He scored 44, 16 rebounds, and he did it on 17 for 25 efficiency, bro. This man could not miss, bro. That man was hitting all those threes. You would not think the way he hooped tonight that he went 0 for 10 from 3 a couple nights ago. You would not think that. That man was genuinely balling. And Jamal Murray was going crazy too, bro. Until the 4th quarter. I ain't gonna cap. He disappeared. He went Danny Phantom on us. He went ghost. But for the other part of the game, he went crazy. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was genuinely cooked the way that was playing, bro. MPJ didn't play great. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised he is injured at the end of the day. Russell Westbrook, my GOAT. Russell Westbrook, splash. He was not splashing, bro. He was breaking. And I'm not going to put them two together, because I know the type of jokes y'all like to make. I'm not taking that disrespect. It don't matter if he break. It don't matter if he flick. It don't matter if he hit. Regardless, Russell Westbrook is West Splash. You feel what I'm saying? Just like that. Straight like that. Now, like I said, I thought it was cooked until Dort came through, bro. The 4th quarter. I ain't expect, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is literally the most unexpected thing I've seen, bro. Dort literally played terrible when it comes to shooting. This entire series. Then on the 4th quarter, on a must-win game, he hits 3 big threes, bro. We was down by a lot. He brought us back into the game with hitting them threes, bro. Then Shea was playing super clutch, too. That's expected from Shea, though. What was unexpected was Dort. His defense is expected, but the shooting was not expecting that. So I love that. I can't say keep hooping like that, because I don't know what to expect. But I'm proud of you for this game. You definitely got us this W. If it wasn't for you, we would have lost, Dort. Chet played good the whole game. Isaiah Hartenstein played amazing the whole game. Both of them played great. You know what I'm saying? They just need to get in the weight room. That's it. Because Jokic is cooking them when it comes to rebounds. But as far as the aggression from Chet, I ain't gonna cap. He has been a little aggressive now. He is getting aggressive. Like, I ain't gonna cap. He's slamming on him. He whamming on him now. He whamming on him. He not letting that disrespect slide no more. He whamming on him. You know what I'm saying? J-Dub, you didn't play good. You know what I'm saying? You definitely play buns. I'm not gonna lie. But you gonna let it slide, because, you know, at the end of the day, I know it's just a bad game. It happens to the best of us. And I know it's 2 in a row, but how can I complain about the 2 in a row being bad when Jokic played 3 in a row bad? You know what I'm saying? Like, and Shea played basically the whole first round bad. So how can I complain? He really carried the whole entire first round. So you know, let's go into next game. GG to the Nuggets fans, bro. This is genuinely a good game. And by far the most entertaining series in the NBA. Because it's unpredictable. We don't know what's gonna happen. if the Nuggets are gonna win or the Thunder's gonna win. They're both top tier, bro. In fact, Indiana went out, took game 5 on a bang. Halliburton had the best playoff game of his whole playoffs. This whole playoffs. He had 30 on y'all boys, bro. 30. Now, don't get me wrong, Donovan Mitchell, I think you faked the injury. I don't blame you, though. I don't blame you. But it just doesn't make sense how you injured non-contact injury, and the injury fake didn't even look like realistic to be real. But you know, anything can happen. Except when you go to the next game and score 35. No, I don't blame you though. I don't blame you for taking your talents to the next game, because this game was going bad and you couldn't get no help. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do no good, the team ain't in the game at all. That's kind of sad to see right there. Maybe Cavaliers next year. Maybe next year. This is the type of experience they need. You know, OKC lost in second round. Not in 5, but we did lose in 6. You know, but this type of experience y'all needed. I would say maybe next year, the year after next, y'all be some serious contenders. But the fact y'all lost to the Pacers is still mind-blowing, bro. And I say this respectfully. I had no idea the Pacers were going to go back-to-back to the conference finals, bro. That was not a flop. I thought that was a flop. Bro, the Indiana Pacers look like, in the future, they going to the finals, bro. They going to the finals eventually, bro. If they don't go this year, because, you know, the Knicks going to the conference finals as well. If they don't go this year, they going next year. The Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Golden State Warriors in 5 without Steph Curry. But a win is a win at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Ant is him. I knew this game was over when the fact Ant was playing bad, but Mike Conley was balling. When I seen that, I was like, bruh, it's over, bruh. It's genuinely over. Julius Randle went for 29, bruh. Podziemski, of all people, went for 28. He played trash this whole playoffs. And he ended off on a bang like that? In what reality is playoff Jimmy horrible, but Podziemski's good? Now, I ain't gonna cap. The only thing I learned from this series, besides the fact Ant was him, which we already knew, and Julius Randle actually is good in Minnesota. Like, specifically in the playoffs. He's good. Only thing I learned besides that is, you know, the Warriors are looking, the future is looking pretty bright for the Warriors. They got Kuminga. He only 22 years old, by the way. Only 22 years old. Jackson, he 25. He got a lot of potential as well, the center. You know what I'm saying? And Podziemski, he only 22. And he got a little bit of promise. Got a little bit of potential, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not looking as crazy as Kuminga, but he definitely has potential. That's for sure. As far as Jimmy Butler, bro, this is the worst playoff series I've ever seen from you, bro. This is genuinely buns, bro. Explain to me how you're the number 1 option. I just want to know. Explain to me how you're the number 1 option in this whole series. And I mean this entire whole series. You was not even alpha. You don't even qualify to be alpha. You know what I'm saying? Kuminga, who's a bench player, by the way, the entire time, was Batman. Then we got the shooting guard, Buddy Hield, being Robin. And then we got Draymond Green being Alfred. And you freaking Cyborg, bro. What type of hooping was that? Especially on the final game, season on the line, Cancun on the way. You go out there and drop 4 for 11. Bro, that's like what? 5 days after my birthday? You late. That was terrible, bro. Like, that was actually garbage. Like, genuinely buns. Especially from playoff Jimmy. I'm not used for playoff Jimmy to play that garbage. But Podziemski played good. I get Podziemski got potential. He only 22. But that don't even sound right. That don't even sound right to even say, bro. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. Denver Nuggets beat OKC Thunder in Game 6 to force, or should I say, really just gave him a Game 7. I don't even think the Thunder was even really... Only person that looked like that was trying on that court, in my opinion, was Shea. Everybody else looked like they gave up. And J-Dub... Wait. Let me calm down. Let me bring it down a little bit, because I'm already getting out of my character just thinking about what I just saw. I'm already getting out of my character right now. Let me... J-Dub. Or should I say J Scrub? Which one you prefer? Because it's playoffs, these last 3 games, you play like a scrub. Like, I ain't gonna cap. You play 30 to 40 minutes of basketball. Playoff basketball to be exact. On a game 6, a must-win game. Both teams want to win the game. Seriously. You shot 3 for 15. You brick a whole lot of shots. You missed the wide open dunk. That ain't the problem. You turn the ball over. Okay, it happens. But you are all-star. You're an all-star. You're our second option. When Shea needed you the most, you vanished, bruh. Bro, Avatar being gone was more useful than you, bruh, tonight. When you was there. That's tough. How? How does that happen, bruh? J-Dub. And I usually don't do this because, like, you play so good a lot of times. But tonight was exceptionally trash. Genuinely, exceptionally poo-poo, doo-doo, and boo-boo. I have to say all 3 of them because that's what you were tonight. 3 for 15, 6 points. Bro, like, that is genuinely buns, bro. Genuinely buns. I don't know what else to say. Dort, you playing bad, it's not surprising. You was playing great in the first half, you know what I'm saying? When you was going for the middies, going in the paint, you was going crazy. Then all of a sudden, you went back to trying to act like Steph Curry. You're not Curry, buddy. Stop jacking up threes, bro. Stop. I'm tired of seeing that, bro. Like, you making me tweak, bro. As an OKC fan, this is genuinely hard to watch, bro. Genuinely hard to watch. J-Dub, I ain't got no message for nobody else. Jokic played good. Jamal Murray played good. Shea carried. You know what I'm saying? Only person that really showed up besides Shea tonight was Alex Caruso. But when it came to scoring, it was all Shea. I'm not going to lie. And the bench players. The bench players play better than J-Dub. Bro, literally mind you, this is the second scoring option, by the way. Second scoring option. You know what I'm saying? All-star. Played 30 to 40 minutes of basketball. Took 15 shots. And we sit here and let brick Dort. Dort literally bricked all them shots and still outscored you, bro. Isaiah Hartenstein outscored you. Chet outscored you. I ain't gonna lie. All I'm gonna say is this. Then I'm gonna wrap this up. I better not see Jay Scrub on the court again on game 7. That's all I'm saying, bro. And Shea, continue hooping like this. I don't want to see you hoop like you hooped in the first round. I know you've been hooping this whole series, but keep this up, please. Please keep it up. You eating. You eating right now. But just don't keep up the foul trouble, because that's what messed us up. I ain't gonna cap. Us relying on J-Dub when he was off, that's not good, bro. That's genuinely not good. Like, when Shea was when Shea got off the court, we was, like, before we got off the court, we was up by 12. When he got back on the court, we was down by a lot. I don't remember what it was, but we was down. How we up by 12? And before we even end the quarter, and we had like 2 minutes left, it's a tie game. Only reason why we got back up by 3 is because Dort hit a 3. One of his lucky shots, bro. Anyways, I'm ending it, bro. I'm ending it. Let's get it! OKC beats the Denver Nuggets. And what? 7. That game was crazy to watch, bro. That was crazy to watch. I was not expecting OKC to win like this. I thought the game was going to be close, like really close. We really won, and we won by 30, bro. We won by 30. 30. Jokic, it's nothing he can do, bro. It was nothing he can do. Aaron Gordon was kind of injured. You know what I'm saying? Michael Porter Jr., garbage, bro. Garbage. Get him off y'all team, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Just get him off y'all team. Jamal Murray, on a game 7, he goes out there and shoot the way he shot. He played a little bit better. But 13 points, bro. That was bad, bro. That was buns. That's a huge reason why we won this game. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, who y'all want to call the free throw merchant, apparently. It don't matter. He still dropped 35 on y'all. And he had the same amount, if not less, free throws than Jokic. Come on, man. MVP for a reason, bro. MVP for a reason. J-Dub, not J Scrub. J-Dub, you know what I'm saying? He had 24 points, something like. Alex Caruso, casual game. Bro, this man was locking up Jokic the whole game. Nothing he could do, bro. Literally, Jokic was turning the ball over so much. It's crazy, bro. It was genuinely crazy to watch. But, most important thing, I'm sorry, Russ. You know you're my favorite player. You know what I'm saying? As some of y'all would say, he's my twin, apparently. Y'all say I look like him. But Russell Westbrook is my GOAT. He is my favorite player. But sorry. But you couldn't beat us. We had to win for the Jokic Glazers. We had to show y'all that we really like that. This is the first time since Kevin Durant left our team in 9 years. 9 years ago, 2016, that one series where we blew a 3-1 lead in the conference finals against the Golden State Warriors, 33-9 team, by the way. But this is the first time we back in the conference finals since that year. I love to see it, bro. I'm geek, bro. This game got me geeking, bro. I ain't gonna cap. We really just beat the Denver Nuggets by 30 on a playoff game 7. What y'all haters got to say now? Looking back on this picture, I know this happened not even a week ago. But looking back on this picture, it's aged perfectly now. Perfectly. His words he said these words exactly. He said, I know it's kind of easier for people to act tough when they up. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to let them know that I'm not defeated. And he ended up winning the series and said it. That's all I'm saying, bro. To me, it aged perfectly. This picture, him smiling through losing, it aged perfectly, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Just like the Luka picture, or, you know what I'm saying, you know, when they be losing and they still win the series. It's like one of those now, in my opinion, bro. That's not me just being an OKC fan. It's just the truth, bro. This man lost the game. Everybody was talking so much trash, and he still won the series. That's crazy. OKC Thunder versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. The series I wanted to see, because I'm a OKC diehard fan, and I'm a huge fan of Ant, bro. I'm a huge fan of the Ant. So I really wanted to see this series. Game 1 ended up in a blowout from OKC by 26 points, bro. I ain't gonna cap. The way the first half transpired, I would have thought this game was gonna go down to the wire, bro. I thought this game was gonna be very, very close. Cause like Shea was playing terrible, bro. He was playing garbage in that first half, bro. He was getting locked up. It was nothing he can do. He literally shot 2 for 13 one day before Valentine's Day. Garbage. I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. But in that second half, I don't know what type of pep type talks they had in that locker room, but he really turned it up a notch in that second half, bro. He ended the game with 31. He was, you know, the first half was made the efficiency garbage, but he had 31 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds, and 4 steals. I ain't gonna cap. That means he was good on both ends of the floor in the second half, bro. He was going crazy, bro. Now, people gonna say he was foul betting all the free throws. Now, I'm gonna say this. Take away the free throws, they still down by 15, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If you take away Shea's free throws, all of them, they still lose by 15 points. I'm just saying. So that just lets you know, like, this team really just actually cooked them in the second half. Genuinely. That's simple as that. Like, and I feel like the only reason why it ended the way it ended isn't because OKC played crazy good. They played amazing defense. But it really went all down to the fact that they kept chucking up threes, bro. Like, one thing I noticed from OKC, this game, they didn't chuck up that many threes as they did the rest of the series. That's the best they shot from 3. They only shot 21 threes and they made 11 of them, which is crazy good, bro. That is good. Especially coming from OKC in the playoffs, because if you've been watching the games, you know they've been shooting garbage. But that is actually amazing. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves shot 51 threes, bro, and only made 15, bro. That is not good at all, bro. That is not good at all. That really put them in the hole. That really messed them up. You know what I'm saying? The intensity they had in the first half made me think that we might be cooked, to be honest, bro. Because Anthony Edwards was going crazy. He was talking a lot of trash. He had a technical in the first 2 minutes of the game, bro, or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But he blocked the freak out of J-Dub. Literally the only person that was playing good in that first half, really and truly, was Isaiah Hartenstein. He was the one keeping us in check. You know what I'm saying? J-Dub was being a little productive. Shea couldn't do nothing, bro. He really couldn't do nothing that first half. So, yeah, I was genuinely surprised it ended the way it ended. I ain't gonna lie. But, like I said, I rock with the Timberwolves. I rock with Ant. So, as a person who rock with Ant, I know for a fact this is just game one. This is still going to 6 or 7, bro. I still believe that. You know what I'm saying? I want OKC. It would be nice if OKC could close in a 5. But, because I'm an OKC fan. But, me knowing Ant, I know Ant not going out like that. I know Ant is really finna ball out on game 2. He finna make a huge bounce back. Because that last quarter, he didn't even score a single point, I don't think. But he finna make a huge bounce back. Great game from Chet, by the way. Great defense. Great defense. He fouled out, but amazing defense from McDaniels, bro. You know what I'm saying? Alex Caruso. Do I really have to continue? Come on. We all know this man is different, bro. If Shea don't win, if Shea and OKC goes to finals and win, if we win, the only person I could see winning the finals MVP over him would be literally Alex Caruso. That I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's the only player I can see. I just know y'all Jokic fans are mad. Cause guess what? Shea won MVP over Jokic, which in my opinion was well deserved. Hey, you can do all the hate you want. You can troll all you want. It ain't gonna change the fact that Jokic didn't win MVP this season. He didn't win it. Shea deserved it last year, and so did Luka last year. If I'm being completely honest, they played better. And I do mean this. Like, as a huge OKC fan that don't like the Mavs fans, even I'm willing to admit Luka played better. Let's be real for a second, bro. He deserved MVP over Jokic last year. So it only makes sense that this year, where Shea plays even better. What? The scorer, he won a scoring title already. He averaged 32.7 a game, 5 and 5. Dang near 40, 50, 90 splits. Led the team to 68 wins. All in the same season. Not to mention he was also top 5 defensive rating. Bro, there's no reason Shea should have lost this, bro. I'm going to just keep it a buck with y'all, bro. He was top 5 in steals too, bro. Let's not mention this, bro. Come on. He deserved the MVP. Jokic played out of his mind too, but Shea played even better. He was literally number 1 ranked MVP the entire season. For a reason, bro. For a reason. I just know y'all Jokic fans are mad. I just know y'all going through it. Because first you have to deal with your team y'all thought was going to beat OKC, losing 7. Then, y'all baby daddy, Jokic, lose MVP to the same guy that took y'all out the playoffs. That's tough. The New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers. I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. This is the last thing I expected to see. You know what I'm saying? I watched this game not because I'm a New York Knicks fan or Indiana Pacers fan. I just knew it was going to be a movie. I knew it was going to be crazy. Halliburton exceeded my expectations. I'm not going to cap. Jalen Brunson did his thing too, bro. What more does he have to do? He had dropped 30. No, not 30. My fault. Let me get it right. He dropped 43. 43, bro. Cat dropped 35 too. He did his thing too. He went crazy too. But that second free throw you missed really sold them the game, bro. If you would have made it, even if Halliburton made that shot, that game-time shot, it wouldn't have been a tie. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a 1-point game. So really, Cat sold this game, bro. I'm not going to cap. But the fact that y'all was up by 15 points. Now, shout out, I'll say, Halliburton, hell of a boss Burton, whatever his name is, what the hell of a boss. That dude is underrated, bro. He is genuinely underrated. People try to say he's the most overrated player in the NBA, overrated superstar. Bro, I don't want to hear no more trash talking about Halliburton is overrated after this game. I don't want to hear nothing else saying anything of the sort, bro. I don't want to hear it. That dude, if anything, is the most underrated player in the NBA. I ain't gonna cap. If anything, he's the most underrated player in the NBA. The fact he's this good, people really think he's not all that. It's crazy, bro. Did y'all see how he hooped? Now, he played garbage in the second half, but when it mattered the most, when it came to closing the game, because in that first half, he had 23. But when it came to closing the game, bro, he closed the game. He closed the game. He hit the shot that mattered the most, that made them win the game. If he didn't hit that shot, they would have lost. For sure. And Lil6enz, I don't know who he is. This is my first time watching Indiana Pacers, bro. It's a couple of players I didn't even know was on the team, like Thomas Bryant. I ain't know dude was in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? But Lil6enz, I had never heard you one time in my life. But he dropped 30. He was a bucket, bro. Defense was immaculate. He was fouling. Don't get it twisted. But defense is on point. Offense was on point. The hustle from the Indiana Pacers was on point, bro. After watching this, it really made me think, you know what? Indiana Pacers really could actually win this series in 6, bro. Really could win this in 6. Because the fact Knicks is at home. They had a game where they was supposed to win the entire time. Literally the entire time. Because they was up the entire time. And Indiana still somehow pulled through. Bro, I think it's safe to say Indiana Pacers could go to the finals. And it's actually way better chance than people thought it was, bro. It's a way bigger chance than people initially thought. The OKC Thunder beats the Minnesota Timberwolves by 15 on game 2. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The Timberwolves played a little better, you know what I'm saying? They still lost by 15, but they played a little bit better. Anthony Edwards went crazy. He had 32 points. Most of his points came from driving to the paint. He choked up threes, yeah. He had shot 9 threes, only made 1, but he drove to the paint a whole lot more. Hence, why he made more points. Easy, bro. I knew he was gonna bounce back. I knew he was. McDaniels, he had a good game too. He had 22 as well. Alexander Walker, aka Shai's cousin, who was a bucket, people trying to discredit. Now that dude is tough too, bro. He tough too. He gave y'all 17, 5 for 8 from field. You know what I'm saying? Good defense being played from him as well. If you watch the game, that man was really locking up Dub for a little while. Not enough to stop him from scoring 26 though, but he was definitely guarding him. That was definitely locking him down from the full court. That was guarding Shai and J-Dub from full court. I ain't gonna lie, that was really guarding from full court. And Shai still had 38. Shai had 38, Dub had 26, and Shai had 22. All in the same game, bro. When the big three is doing this, it's nothing you can do, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's literally nothing you can do. When they all having a game like this, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing. Alex Caruso fouled out the game. He had 9 points. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't his greatest game, but defense was always on point. You know what I'm saying? He got more fouls than usual, but for sure, his impact was there. You can tell, bro. Dort, his defense was... I ain't gonna lie, that man's defense is different. He might not be a good offensive player. He might be hitting shots when it mattered the most. He hit shots when it mattered the most, though. I ain't gonna cap. But he might not be the greatest offensive player on this team. Might not be a threat on offense. But his defense, bro, different, bro. It's the reason he first team all defense, bro. It's a reason, bro. That man is tough. Same thing goes with Dub. It's a reason why he second team all defense. This defense is just too nice. Simple as that. Shai gave you an amazing defense performance too. 3 steals on the side of his 38. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And it's not like the Wolves defense was bad. Their defense was good too. Like really good. And I don't know how many blocks he had, but I know he definitely blocked the freak out of Shai. I seen that. But all this and it still wasn't enough, bro. Now I think they're gonna win game 3. If they don't win game 3, they win a game 4. For sure, at a home. Because Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle, They haven't gave us a game where they actually both going crazy. I just know at home they're gonna go crazy. Y'all, I see all people that's writing the Wolves out, counting them out. Me personally, as a huge OKC fan, diehard OKC fan, I know what Ant is capable of doing. I know what Julius Randle is capable of doing. If they can play together well, while the other role players are playing decent, they will be a threat, and the game will be a whole lot closer, bro. Simple as that. The New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers. Now I watched this game. I ain't gonna cap. I missed the first quarter. I low-key forgot about the game. But I couldn't miss this. Now, initially it was looking like Indiana could lose this game, could choke. I was finna say maybe Brunson might hit him with one of these, which is tough. After what he did, he get about that. But it wasn't enough. Brunson, when it came to a game-winning three, he still missed it. He still bricked it. That's tough. But Pascal Siakam, Tyrese Haliburton didn't even play that good of a game. But Pascal Siakam with 39 points, 40. Nah, yeah. And the fact that y'all doing this, y'all losing this. New York Knicks is losing this on their home court advantage too. This supposed to be their best opportunities to win, and they lost 2 back-to-back. One of them being the choke, one of them being the game they was almost coming back, but they still lost. Brunson had a good game, both games. Cat had a good game, but not as good as first one. But still, that ain't the point though. It's looking like y'all might be more cooked than the Wolves. The Wolves still have a chance because they only lost in OKC territory. They still, they can make a comeback in their territory. But New York Knicks is looking way more cooked. I'ma just be real with y'all. Who y'all think is gonna win this series? I got Pacers. Now, at first I said it was gonna be the Knicks in 7, but after this game, I'm gonna officially say Pacers is probably gonna win in 5 or 6 now. It's official. I don't see how any way the Knicks come back from this series. Just keeping it a buck.
Still look nice, man. Can't wait to.
OKC had the worst game of the whole series. No, you good, Elias. You good. You good. OKC had the worst game of the series. Lost by 42 points. You know what? I'm not even tripping. To be honest, y'all can go back on record on my last video I did on OKC versus the Timberwolves. I said they was going to win game 3. But my goodness, I did not think OKC would get smacked like this, bro. They played bad, you know what I'm saying? I still, me personally, since I'm an OKC fan, I'm still going to say OKC is going to win. I always said it was OKC in 6 or 7. That's what I always said. People were sleeping on the Timberwolves, and this is what I'm talking about. Stop sleeping on the Wolves, bro. But, with that being said, OKC still winning in 6 or 7. That's my opinion. They might still win in 5, but OKC in 7. But as far as this game, if Shea play bad, we're just cooked. Simple as that, bro. Because we was done by the first quarter of the game. We was down by 20. 20. When I saw that, I knew we was cooked. And had his good game. He had 30. I thought he was going to be having like 50 by the end of the game. That's what I honestly thought. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the team just played good. I knew Julius Randle and Ant play good. It's going to be a rude awakening. But my gosh, 42.
But it's okay.
Game 4. That's all I'm waiting for. OKC Thunder beats the Timberwolves. Minnesota to be exact. Game 4. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This game was intense. You know what I'm saying? It was between the big 3 and the bench players, bro. Because the starting lineup outside of McDaniels play like garbage. Hot buns, bro. Hot buns. And garbage. Julius Randle, feces, poo-poo, doo-doo, and boo-boo. All of them. Just manure, bro. What was that? 1 for 7 from the field, 5 points. After I got done saying that Julius Randle was a bucket, this what he do? This is what he does? Drop 5 points, bro. On a game 4, must-win game, at home. Bro, like, what are you doing, Julius? Julius, what are you doing, Julius? That was garbage. Jingly buns, bro. Anthony Edwards, you a top 5 player in the league. New face of the league, potentially. And you out here dropping 16 points. Granted, I'll give you a little bit of leeway. I'll give you a little bit of leeway because they was guarding you like their life depended on it. So I get it. The defense is overwhelming. You know, I get that. But, Julius, I will not give you no leeway. 5 points on a game 4. Now, actually, I can't give Ant no leeway either. He played for 41 minutes. He played more than everybody on his team. And he a top tier player. Top 5 NBA player, by the way. Top 5 NBA player. And he let 3 players, 2 of them off the bench, outscore him. You let Disha Ficino, who been buns this entire series, bro, come in on game 4 and play better than you. We really just let Rudy Gobert outplay Julius Randle, bro. We really just no, I ain't gonna lie. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is a bucket, so that ain't nothing new. He is like that. Honestly, put Mike Conley on the bench and put him in that starting lineup and watch how y'all team get even better. Because imagine the potentiality between Nickeil Walker-Alexander, you know what I'm saying, and he's young, only 25 years old, 26 years old, with Ant, you know what I'm saying? Imagine that. Imagine the potential that they gonna have in the future, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only player that I can let slide. Jaden McDaniel is scoring more, no surprise. He is tough. He's been tough this whole series. But what's crazy is the fact OKC really just lost by 40 points last game, and then Shea responded by dropping 40 points as a triple-double to be exact. J-Dub 34 and Chet 21 in the same game. I'm thinking that game where he had a legacy game, 38 points, 26 and 20. I'm thinking that was insane as it is. But no, this is actually more insane, bro. That's actually more insane. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The only way, I just know, just as an OKC fan, I just know, if Ant or Julius Randle, if they would just play somewhat okay, they don't even have to play, if they just play semi-buns instead of completely buns, if they would have played semi-buns, then they probably would have won this game. Because Nickeil Walker-Alexander was just going that crazy, bro. And especially in that fourth quarter. He was just going that crazy. If they would have just played semi-buns, nah, they didn't play semi-buns. They took it to the grave. They played straight doo-doo. They played dirt. They played poo-poo, doo-doo, boo-boo. All of them, bro. Manure. They played shit. I don't know what else to say, bro. Like, I don't know, man. It's just terrible, bro. But I know they're gonna bounce back. But my question is, will it be enough, bro? They gotta win 3 in a row now against a team that hasn't lost 3 in a row all season, bro. They only lost 2 in a row twice this season. I don't know, man. This is a home game too, and y'all gotta go back to OKC after doing all them chants. Free throw merchant, free throw merchant. Now they finna be screaming, child support, child support. The Indiana Pacers beat the New York Knicks Game 4. Now, I already seen, by the way, I didn't talk about Game 3. You know what I'm saying? So I'll talk a little bit about Game 3. I've seen that game too. I was actually out of town when I seen that game. I was on my way back home. And I thought the Indiana Pacers had that game in the bag. In my opinion, it really should be a complete sweep right about now. It really should be. That should be getting ready for the finals already, in my opinion. Just how they had control in that first half of the game. But you know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. It's like they forgot they had to play a second half. They choked a 20-point lead. But I already knew it didn't matter if they choked or not. I already knew that they was not going to play this bad or was going to choke this bad again against the Knicks. I knew they was gonna bounce back heavy, and that's exactly what they did. Tyrese Halliburton showed y'all why he's the most overrated superstar, by the way. That's what a lot of people were saying. He's the most overrated superstar, but he's doing stuff that your favorite, including my favorite player, not doing. He's the second player in NBA history to record a 30-point triple-double, 0 turnovers, bro. This man had 15 assists, 0 turnovers. Do you know how insane that is, bro? This man basically played flawless playmaking, on top of recording 32 points and 12 rebounds. Bro, like, this man is actually different, bro. He is hungry. It's like he heard that word overrated next to his name, and he's been on a mission to show y'all this man is genuinely that guy. And he's been playing like that guy. It's not the Cleveland Cavaliers. I do think the Cleveland Cavaliers will be back next year. I do think so. It's not that they were a fake #1 seed. It's that Indiana Pacers are genuinely just like that. They're just nice. They're literally beating every team, bro. We really had the New York Knicks beating a fully healthy Boston Celtics. And that same team that beat the defending champions got smacked by the Pacers, bro. I'ma just keep it a stack with y'all, bro. I don't care who you are. You can't convince me that you really thought at the beginning of the season the Pacers was going to the finals, bro. Let's be real. No one thought they was going to the finals. I honestly thought it would be a hard-fought battle between Pacers and the Bucks, if I'm being real, if the Bucks are healthy. And I still do think it might have still been a hard-fought battle, but I will say this. Indiana is like that. They beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they're whooping the Knicks buns, bro. That's tough. Now, not only did Tyrese Halliburton ball the way he balled, Pascal Siakam also had 30. When you look on the other side, we see people who balled out, but in the fourth quarter, trash. 2 points from your 2 stars, Cat and Brunson, the most clutch player of the year, scored 2 points when the season is on the line. You're going to Cancun soon. Hope you know that. Keep hooping like this. You're definitely going to Cancun. Get your flights ready. Mind you, y'all Knicks fans did all this to that random Pacers fan that was just minding his own business, walking around chilling, just because he was wearing an Indiana Pacers jersey in New York. Now look at y'all. Y'all did all that for what? Y'all are getting smacked 3-1. This is why a lot of people hate Knicks fans, bro. It's not the Knicks themselves, not the team. It's y'all fans that are annoying. That's the problem. It's the New York Knicks fans that are obnoxious. The Celtics fans, which I actually like the Celtics personally, so I could never hate y'all personally. And it's the LeBron fans. Y'all, well, Jokic fans are pretty annoying too. But LeBron fans, Knicks fans or LeBron fans are top tier annoying, obnoxious. OKC beats the Minnesota Timberwolves. Game 5. Julius Randle tried. Ant is fried. The Wolves denied. OKC and 5. Simple. Simple. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And I say that as a person who rock with the Wolves, bro. But you know, first come first. OKC all the way. Y'all know this at the end of the day. Y'all know this. Y'all knew what I was gonna say. Now, first thing first, and I'm trying to defend you out here. It's kind of tough. People out here talking crazy about Ant. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna say he top 5 not all time, but he top 5 in the NBA now. I'm still gonna say that. But he sure didn't play like that besides 2 games this series. You know what I'm saying? But to be fair, he had to be guarded by Dort, Caruso, and J-Dub. That is pretty tough to deal with. I'm not gonna lie. But you're Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards. Now, unlike last game, he shot more shots. He was just terrible when it came to making the shots. So, you can't win. Some people are just gonna complain regardless. He did what y'all want him to do, take more shots. He just missed. Y'all say y'all don't matter. It don't matter if he missed. He missed. That's tough. Now, Julius Randle, a lot of people was talking trash about you, game 4, but You know, you played horrible in that first half. You did. I'm not gonna lie. But the second half, you showed up more than anybody on that team. What I said Julius Randle is like that. He's a bucket. Even though he had that horrible, horrendous game, I knew he'd be back. He was back, but it wasn't enough. That's tough. Now, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, after I got done saying this man is a bucket, he go out there and drop a baker's dozen, bro. Bro, are we being serious? 0 for 8, season on the line. I understand you like a bench player and all, but you're a bucket, bro. You're a bucket. I need you to play like it. You dropping 0 points, bro. Unacceptable. I'm gonna need at least 10 out of you every time, Nickeil Walker. At least 10 points. Now, going to OKC, the same guy y'all said was overrated, shouldn't be the MVP. He dropped 34 points on y'all. Closeout game. Blew out by 30. Fourth most NBA playoff in NBA history. 30-point games. 4 30-point games in the playoff history. The most ever done by an NBA team. And Shea dropped 34 in that game. Not to mention, only shot 4 free throws. What y'all say? He foul baited? Dropped 30 without the free throws. I mean, what else could you ask for? I mean, what else can y'all say now? Y'all just got proven he ain't got to do the foul bait. He ain't got to shoot free throws to get 30 on y'all. He just showed y'all. Dub automatically, you know what I'm saying, automatically an all-star for a reason. He hooped like one. Chet, automatically an all-star. Even though he wasn't an all-star, if he would have played enough games, he would have been an all-star. Because he's like that. We already know this. Now, Dort, he played good, but I can't even lie. Even the offense was good, which is surprising to say. You know, it's only been a couple games this whole playoffs where Dort's offense was actually top tier, was actually good. Caruso, offense was bad, but defense, top tier. They couldn't get nothing past you. Couldn't get nothing past you. OKC and the NBA Finals, something I thought I was never going to say after I witnessed my team lose by 70. But we're back in the NBA Finals. We gotta, you know what I'm saying, win it now. We just gotta win it. That's it. Simple. Now, nobody count out the Pacers because the Pacers looking tough. But we got to take these. Y'all know. OKC on top. The New York Knicks beat the Indiana Pacers Game 5. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going to keep it a stack single, except 20 with y'all now. I didn't think the Pacers was going to lose this. But then again, I didn't think there was any way they would choke a 20-point lead Game 3. Honestly, man, y'all have to win Game 6. Y'all have to. Like, winning Game 5, that's not that big of a deal. But then again, you're giving the other team momentum now. Cat been balling this whole time. Brunson been balling this whole time. He only had one bad game. Cat had maybe one bad game too. But the whole series, they've been balling. You letting the other teammates get into their groove. Now, if they come into your building, Indiana, and whoop you like they did in that first game in Indiana, bro, y'all in trouble. Indiana gonna be another team that choked a 3-1 lead, which is gonna be the worst one, because when OKC did it, we did it against a 73-9 Warriors team, right? So we wasn't supposed to be up. Yeah, no business being up against 3-1 against that team to begin with. When Warriors did it against LeBron, they did it against prime LeBron and clutch Kyrie. You know? So it's understandable, kind of. You know what I mean? And then the momentum shift between Draymond Green getting suspended, Curry getting ejected, and all that. Bro, it's understandable. But this ain't no excuse that you can say. Ain't nothing you can come up with. This is a classic LA Clippers choke against the Nuggets. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all choke this 3-1 lead after he did these, oh man. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all gotta take Game 6. Cause I don't see y'all winning the 7. If y'all lose Game 6, Knicks is winning the 7. Simple, bro. But Tyrese Halliburton, he'll be back. You just better hope it's enough. I hope it's enough. You know what I'm saying? Because Cat and Brunson been consistent. It's just they've been choking. You know what I'm saying? And in the final moments. But now it sounds like they're starting to figure things out. Maybe it's because they at home though. But Indiana, y'all need to take that, put the foot on neck. Cause if y'all let off with the foot off his neck, it's over. Hold on now. You telling me Benedict Arnold Mathurin was your leading scorer? Man, heck no. I don't know who in the hell of a boss thought this was a good idea. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That was not part of the script. You're going off script now. Benedict Mathurin was garbage this whole series. And you're telling me that he's the best player on the court for the Pacers? Y'all was doomed to lose game 5. I'm not gonna lie. The Indiana Pacers took care of business game 6 against the New York Knicks. They going to the finals now. I know a lot of y'all was mad about that. A lot of y'all don't want to see OKC versus the Pacers. Y'all want to see Timberwolves versus the New York Knicks because of the storyline. Whatever that means. You talking about who won the trade. Nobody gives 2 flying ducks. I'm saying ducks, you know what I'm saying, because that's my favorite animal. Nobody cares about who won the trade, bro. I'm going to just be quite frank. We all know the Knicks won this trade. Karl Anthony Towns is way more consistent than Julius Randle. We all know this. If we talk about player for player, they both got dropped off. I'm going to just keep it a buck. But New York Knicks won the trade before they wasn't even in the conference finals. Now they're in the conference finals and won an extra game. So that's your answer. The Knicks won. You know what I'm saying? Next year, they'll probably get further if they don't have to run into the Pacers, playing like they planned again. That ain't the point, though. Anyways, this game right here, a lot of the blame of this loss is on Jalen Brunson, bro. This man played absolutely horrendous. He had another stinker today, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And the Pacers was going stupid. Pascal Siakam was going crazy. Toppin was going crazy. In that fourth quarter specifically, Tyrese Haliburton was going crazy. It was really a close game that first half, bro. It really was. I thought the Knicks might actually have a chance to bring it back. But it started pulling away like 5 minutes left in that third quarter. You can tell the Knicks was going to lose a game after that third quarter, bro. You could tell. Like the lead started being heavily in the Pacers' favor. They really took care of business. They was not trying to go out to a game 7. And I don't blame them, because they would have won game 7. Knicks probably would have took that one. I ain't going to lie to you. But, yeah, they took care of business. They did their thing. Every player on the Pacers balled out. Knicks, Cat, he did his thing. He tried. But it all falls back on Brunson, bro. You the clutch player of the year, but you wasn't clutch. You the number 1 option, but you scored less than OG and Anunoby. Let's put 2 and 2 together. This don't make no sense, bro. Brunson, I ain't gonna lie, you was not balling today. You dropping 30 a game, casually. 40 pieces. But when it mattered the most, as a clutch player of the year, you dropped 19 points. That's all I'm saying right there. That's it. I'm just blaming a lot of it on him because he's the leader of the team and he did not hoop when it mattered the most. So I'm just going to say it's on him why they lost this game. You know what I'm saying? And why they got sent home. Now, they shouldn't be in this position to begin with because they should be going to 7. Because they shouldn't have lost game 1 the way they lost game 1. But that ain't the point, though. Because the Pacers choked, too. If we want to go there. Anyways, the Knicks in Cancun. A lot of y'all was saying Knicks in 7. Yep, it didn't go to 7. Y'all in Cancun now. That's tough. Just woke up to Pascal Siakam winning the Eastern Conference Finals MVP over Tyrese Haliburton. Y'all let me know how y'all personally feel. Do y'all think Tyrese Haliburton should have won it? I mean, in the same series, he had a 32-point triple-double, perfect, no turnovers. You know what I'm saying? He hit the game-winning shot. I'm going to say game-winning shot because it was a game-tying shot that led to a win. So, game-winning shot, really. And this man was balling out the entire time too. He averaged 21 points a game, 10 assists. I'm just saying, bro. And it was pretty efficient. Just wasn't as efficient as Pascal Siakam, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Pascal Siakam averaged a pretty efficient 25 points a game. I'm not going to lie to you. But I really thought Tyrese Halliburton would have won because he was the most impactful player on the court the entire time. I'm not going to lie. Pascal Siakam, he was pretty good. He was good, but I really felt Tyrese Halliburton impact a lot more personally. That's what I thought. I really thought he would win just because he was the most impactful player on that court for the Pacers. But I ain't mad at Pascal Siakam winning either. People been saying that Tyrese got robbed and saying this is like when Iguodala won over Curry, Finals MVP all over again. I'ma disagree. You know what I'm saying? Because Pascal had more of a case than Iguodala had of a case, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? Because they both averaged 1.8 steals a game. You know, they both had 0.4, 0.3 blocks. It's just that Steph Curry averaged 26 pretty efficiently with some decent efficiency, while Iggy averaged 16 points with better efficiency. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I'm taking the 26 points and 44% shooting over 16 points, 50% shooting. Personally, that's what I'm taking. But that's just me, you know what I'm saying? So I would still say it's pretty clear Steph Curry did get robbed that Finals MVP, but it's not a clear indication that Tyrese Halliburton got robbed because Pascal Siakam makes a better case on why he could or should win that. You know what I'm saying? But I still do think Tyrese Halliburton should have won it just because he had more impact on that court.